Welcome to the Love Story Podcast. I'm your host, Ashley Green, where we are capturing the magic of every love story. Well, welcome, gentlemen, to the Love Story Podcast. So we have in studio today, we have Derek and DuWayne. So thank you.
That's us. Thanks for having
Yes.
us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Okay, so the whole point of this podcast is to tell love stories. I first met you, Derek, via phone call because you called to order flowers a couple of
Yes.
times. And then, so I think you ordered, was the first one a pickup, second one delivery, or vice versa?
It was a pickup. Yeah, my mom
Yes.
was in the hospital.
Yes.
Yes.
And then you came in and
Yeah.
you were like, wait a sec, I've been here before.
I've been here before.
Yes.
I was looking for a flower shop because I was over on the other side of town. And I'm like, it's on the way to the hospital. So I was Googling and just popped up. I was One Track Mind, came downtown, walked in. I was looking at your flowers. I'm like, oh my God, these are awesome. And was paying for them. And all of a sudden I look down, I'm looking around. I look at the floor. I'm like, oh my God, this is where I met my husband.
Yes, which to the people who are in St. Cloud, they will know this place as the store where, or the location where businesses go to die. But outside of St.
anymore.
Cloud, yeah,
Not anymore.
not
Not
anymore. The curse has been broken. I had it smudged.
Okay,
So,
good.
yeah,
I don't know why anybody didn't think about that before.
smudged and deep cleaned.
Yes. Well, necessary.
Yeah.
I have
Yes.
stories.
This used to be, so previous to me, it was the Hop Shop. Previous to the Hop Shop, I believe it was
Was it like whiskey business? or
Whiskey
something?
Business,
Yeah.
I believe
bar.
so. Before Whiskey Business, it was Big Apple Bagels somewhere in there too,
Yeah.
and then it was Biology, and I have no idea what it was before it was Biology.
Yeah.
Neither do I.
No.
It wasn't on my radar. prior to
Irrelevant
either.
beyond that.
Yeah.
And so you guys met at Biology.
Yeah.
Because I worked there, so I've spent
Okay.
a lot of time in this
It
particular
is-
space as well.
It's funny to me to think, because this space has now become so mine that I can't imagine, but also it's yours, like, and it's yours.
Yeah.
And like, so, okay. So I've been looking forward to this conversation all day because as a person who I painted the walls green and I wallpapered or wrapping papered the ceiling tiles and whatever. And I never came in here when it was Biology.
Okay.
So, and not for any reason, I think I was probably not, I was spending a lot of time at a sports bar. I didn't do downtown. I was a mom and, whatever, young mom. So downtown was a scary place to me. So
Fair.
yes.
Understandable. Yeah. Get it.
So for you guys, when you tell the story
Of how we met?
of
Or
everything,
Of everything?
So
Yeah.
you started working here first. So did you work here at the inception of Biology?
I did not.
Okay.
No. I had sent the owner a message. I actually worked at ING before
Okay.
it was Capital One.
Yep.
And then it transitioned and I left. And I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do that was going to allow me to still do college classes. I went to
Okay.
SCSU and sent a message to the owner or to the bar account or something. I don't remember, on Facebook. And
Your millennial is showing by dropping the FB.
it's
okay.
88,
It's
baby.
okay.
Born in
Yeah.
88. I can't hide it. It's too late. So and didn't hear anything. I don't think anybody was checking that page for the longest time.
Yeah.
And there was a mass exodus of employees, I think, at one
At
point.
ING?
Where
Yeah.
no,
Oh,
at
here.
at Biology.
Okay.
And after that, they were fairly desperate
Sure.
for bartenders. So they hit up the person with very little bartending experience,
Sure.
other than serving a beer here and there
Yeah.
to people. So I came in, and the owner left me on a Friday night
I'm sweating
by
already.
myself.
Yep.
With I think two other employees, a bar back and a bouncer, and was like, okay, well, see you later.
Yeah.
And basically, it was like a baptism by fire. Like
Absolutely.
we'll see how he does. You
Yeah.
know. So apparently, I did well because I was here for like 2 years, just over.
And
like
how long was Biology around?
I think it was 3, maybe just over 3.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
It was around for a little while before I got here. And then, yeah, it was, I think, just over 2 years I was here. But, so that was, the till ran out of paper. I had no idea where the paper was. I'd
Of course
honestly
not.
never even been here before.
Yeah.
Let alone behind the bar to figure out where things were. Ran out of change and won, so I was desperately trying to make change out of my like tip jar, the The beer pitcher that we had is our tip jar standing on the counter. So I'm like desperately trying
in
to.
the space where, and this is totally irrelevant. Abby, producer Abby, if you need to cut this is purely for my own.
Yeah.
No.
Because listening to this is not going to make any sense. But whatever. Where are we at? Where's the bar?
We're at the bar.
So we're at the bar. So back there is the kitchen.
Okay.
This is the bar. Kind of came from this wall here behind us, and this bulkhead
the little
here.
lower,
The bar kind of followed that.
Yep.
Okay.
And so basically, right behind you over here is where I was absolutely sweating. Tears running down my face, trying to figure out what the hell is a buttery nipple and what goes into that.
And
I don't know.
At this point, do we have smartphones? We not
yes,
the smartest
but they're
of smartphones.
fairly primitive. Yep.
Yeah.
It is. At this
You're
point,
like you pulled out a paper dictionary of
no.
bar
I had
drinks?
I had the bartender's friend or something that it was called. Yep. And that was of no help. And so I was like, I'll be right back, and I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on my phone in the kitchen back there. More tears streaming down my face.
My God,
so then we got through it. It was not fine, but I made it. And he calls me the next day, and he's like, yeah, I got some feedback that some of the shots were wrong. And I was like, well, yeah. No shit. Yeah.
Yeah, but I bet every beer was right.
Yeah, every
so
beer
you're
was
fine.
absolutely right. Yes, yeah. And I can make a rum and coke.
Yes,
like I told you at my interview. So
Yeah.
no, it was fine. It was a fun place to work. I met a lot of fun people. Some not so fun people. But yeah, it was a good experience, and now here we are over a decade later.
Yeah.
Because of this little space that we're sitting in right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's your biology experience. And now for you, were you here night one crying bartender and you were like, that's going to be my husband?
No. So, so I had previously been in a relationship for about 12 years.
Okay.
We broke up, and it was amicable, actually.
That was going to be my question.
Yeah, amicable. So, we're still friends. I mean, and so I actually saw DuWayne probably in the spring. I met my ex and his boyfriend here on a really crowded weekend night, and I actually saw him behind the bar, but it was so crowded. I just thought, oh, cute bartender. But, you just see the bartenders think they're cute.
Yeah, yes.
But super crowded. Wasn't
cute.
even I was dating somebody else at the time.
Ooh,
I know.
juicy.
Yeah.
Okay.
He wasn't, nothing worth mentioning. But anyway, but that was kind of that. And that was like in the spring. And then I had moved out of town.
Okay.
So that was the
And
one
out of
time I
town
had
is-
been. St. Michael. So
Okay.
kind of moved my way toward the cities. I had taken a job down there.
Okay.
So it wasn't until midsummer that I was up north, up at the cabin. Mm-hmm. I have Tuesday, Wednesdays off.
Okay.
I was coming back through on a Wednesday. Was that the 3rd of July?
No, that was the 2nd.
2nd of July.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
4th
And
of
this
July
is your
week.
cabin?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you're
Parents'
like,
cabin. Yep.
okay, your parents' cabin. So
Yep.
so you're like, gotta get out of town. I'm going to go up north. I'm going to get some R&R.
Yep.
Hang out. Tuesday, Wednesday off.
Yep.
And then you're going on your way back to St. Michael?
Yes. And you
And
know how Wednesdays they have the music in the park?
Yes. Yes.
So
Summertime
I had a
by
bunch of
George.
friends that they're like, Derek, stop by and meet us for music in the park, So I met them for music in the park.
Sure.
And then they're like, oh, you should stay for drinks. Come, let's
Okay.
go for drinks. And I'm like, I still remember, I'm wearing a blue check bathing suit, a white t-shirt. Like I'd come from the cabin.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I don't really want to go. And they're like, no, just come to the bar. And it's just a group of gay friends, right?
Yeah.
So where do you go? You go to the one
go to
gay
the
bar
gay
in
bar,
town.
yeah.
So we walk into biology.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there was anyone else in the bar, right?
No, it was empty.
Nobody else in the bar.
Okay.
Just DuWayne and the group of probably 8 of us. And we sit at the table right there.
Okay.
And he comes up and he cards me.
Ooh.
And he doesn't card anybody else.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay. So you're like, oh, he's into me.
Intrigued.
Well, I mean, you kind of have an idea. Yeah. Because they're like, oh, he carded you. So, and then it's like, I'm like, oh, cute bartender.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm like, I kept looking over at him and I'm like, he's so cute, but he would never look at me. And then they kept saying, oh, the bartender keeps checking you out. And I would
And
keep
you're like,
looking.
no, he's not.
No, every time I would look, he would not look at me. And
Uh-huh.
so I was like, he wasn't checking me out.
No, I was. Yeah. No, I absolutely was. Yeah.
So when you came over and carded him, was that your move?
I wanted to figure out how
ASL.
much I wanted. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Millennial. Hello.
My millennial showing age, sex,
Yep.
location.
We're simpatico. And I wanted to see first and foremost if he was local or if he was like visiting, and I'm like, how much energy am I going to put into this right away? Because whatever. But then after that, because he was local, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. You get very good at not showing interest
as a
in
bartender.
people as a
Yeah,
bartender because it's
You're
a very
just-
small community in St. Cloud, probably even smaller now than it was back then. And people can ruin your life very quickly
Sure.
just by coming to this tiny little place and bothering you at work. So
Yeah. Yeah.
you learn how to hide it.
Yeah. I don't know if I know who you are.
Yeah.
I know how old you are, and I know where you're located. I don't know if you're crazy or not.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I'm not going to let you catch me checking you out.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
That's a pro move.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
So you're frustrated because you're like, they all think he's checking me out. He's
Yep.
totally not checking me out.
Right. So then I leave. I mean,
Yeah, well,
'cause
yeah.
I wanted to ask him out, but I'm like, it's so lame to hit on the bartender.
Right.
So
So
it's,
cliche.
it's right.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
Strippers
It's
really like me, I
it's-
promise. Yeah.
It's lame to hit on the bartender, so I leave.
But as he was leaving that night, we had at the time mesh on the windows where you could see out, kind of like when you ride like a city bus or something.
Sure.
You can see out, but people can't necessarily see in. We had that on these windows in rainbows. And I knew that he couldn't see in, but as he was walking just to the point where I was no longer going to be able to see him, he turned and looked basically right at me.
Yeah.
Even though I knew he couldn't see me, I
Yes.
was like, okay, I'm going to see him again.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Nobody else in the entire bar. You go running over, hands to the window, and you're watching it.
Sad.
Yeah.
Rain pelting down. Yep. Yep.
Yep. He turns around.
No, I was at the bar playing it very cool. Please.
Absolutely.
I mean, come on.
Absolutely. Flexing your muscles and just pumping iron. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Chewing
Exactly.
gum.
Yeah, chewing gum, toothpick, the whole thing. Absolutely. Mhm.
Okay. I'm going to see him again. You're thinking, I'm never going to see him again.
No, I'm not thinking that.
Okay.
I'm like, I got to figure out who this guy is.
Okay. He knows who you are.
He knows who I am.
Yes.
So I'm like, I got to figure out who he is. So what do you do back in 2013?
Oh, God. 2013. Let me put myself back there. You go on Facebook. Yep.
You go on Facebook,
Okay.
right? So I don't know his name,
No.
but I know where he works, right?
Yes.
So logically, you would think you go on the biology Facebook
Yep.
page, which they had one.
Well, they did.
He is not on the page.
did.
Right.
You're not on the page. I don't even know if there was even a picture. There was no pic. No, there were no pictures of him on the page. So I'm like, okay.
Business Facebook in 2013. No, like businesses didn't have Facebook. So what do you do?
Yeah.
He's not on. Biology's not active, not paying attention. They don't want their hottest bartender who's desperately reaching out.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yep. So I couldn't find him on the page. So I'm like, well, I probably need to go back to the bar.
Yes.
So
Boo. Bummer.
so there was this guy who liked me,
Okay, so this was your throwaway date.
but
Uh-huh.
but I didn't like him.
No, yeah.
And I just told him, I'm just not ready to date.
Oh,
You
the
know.
lies we tell the people chomping at our
know.
heels.
But I'm like, hey, I'm going to be in St. Cloud. Do you just want to meet for drinks? Just as
And
friends.
yes,
As
yes.
friends.
No, yes.
Yeah. So
Yes, I want to meet, not as friends. This is, you're into me.
So we went back on Thursday night.
From Tuesday. So this was,
So we met. So Wednesday he carded me.
okay.
So I was back on.
He was
Thur-
back.
The
I was
very
back
next
on
day, baby.
Thursday
Okay.
in the bar
With another guy.
with another
who
guy.
desperately wants you.
Interesting
Yeah.
move, right? Come back with another dude.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a
interesting,
power move.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yes. And guess who was not working?
Oh, of course not. Yeah.
he was not working.
So at that point, I had climbed the ranks a little bit, and that was July 4th. And I was like,
Oh.
I'm busy. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
yeah.
I'm not available.
Yeah, seniority. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Why would I be here?
Yeah, exactly. Drag queen nights and holidays and karaoke were the first 3 to go off of my personal schedule.
Absolutely. Okay.
And I think he had been in the group of guys, right? I don't know how I can't remember how I met him anymore. But anyway,
So
so
this was a new.
this was a guy I had met I don't know
He
if he was with the group
he was
I was
a local.
with, but he was
No,
a local.
He wasn't here that night.
I don't know how I don't remember how. See, it's so bad. I call him Eeyore because he was one of those wah 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 personalities, and so I know it's really sad.
But everybody, I feel like we all know an Eeyore.
Okay.
We all know a want, and we all know whether they are a friend or if there's someone who wants to date you or whatever. It's, you say that and we all know.
So we sat at that table, and so I knew he frequented the bar. So we just had a nice conversation about the bar and about the employees at the bar. And so I eventually got the names of like pretty much all the employees. And
he's got the timesheet. He's like, okay, so what about?
I got his name.
Mm-hmm.
Did you? So was this like, okay, so your Eeyore date is sitting here, and he's running down the list of like, and then there's this one person who works here, and then there's this other person. When you heard DuWayne, were you like, oh, I bet that's the guy? Or were you just like taking notes and you were like, I'm going to look all of these people up on Facebook?
Oh, I was just describing the employees.
Oh.
And he's like, oh yeah, DuWayne. I'm like, oh yeah, is he gay? Oh yeah,
Way
he's gay. Like, who's gay? Who's straight? You know,
Yeah.
I was just like playing the, just innocent little gay me. Like, because I don't go to gay bars a lot, you know, and so I had his name.
Yep.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Did he give you last name too?
No, he didn't know his last name.
Okay, so you have were you
Single
like
name only, like Adele or
but
Madonna,
yes,
yeah.
but also you have a very interesting way of spelling your name. So
True.
were you just like, I know DuWayne, and did you look up all of the ways to spell DuWayne?
So that's all I knew.
Okay.
So I went home. I couldn't wait to get home.
Of course not.
Because go on Facebook, so I could like try to search. So I looked through every single gay friend I had through there. I'm like,
yes,
I've got to have a mutual friend, right? I went through every single person I know that is gay
and scrolled through their entire friends list.
Yes, and I could not find him.
He's a ghost.
Yep. And I'm like,
he never
I've searched
existed.
everywhere. I can't find him.
I'm still not real.
But
shock.
But guess the one person's list I did not look through.
The one that you went on a date with?
Eeyore.
Your Eeyore? Okay.
I went through Eeyore's list, but guess who didn't use his real name on Facebook?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So were you looking at like pictures
I was looking
too?
for DuWayne's.
Yes.
I was just looking for DuWayne's. I was looking for pictures though.
D. Okay.
He did start with a D, but he went by DW, which he doesn't even use. It's not even a real nickname.
Okay.
He just went by DW on Facebook because he didn't want people to find him on Facebook.
He didn't want creeps at the bar.
The creeper bar people like me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you made it the most difficult. Are you impressed by the amount of work that he put into this?
Yeah.
Because you saw him walk away, look back. He doesn't see you see the look back, and you're like, what was your, this guy's going to find me? Or were you like, he'll come back in here sometime? You just knew.
No, I was actually.
You were creeping yourself?
No, not at
Okay.
all. I had a friend living with me that I met when I was living in England. She came and lived with me for a summer, and we were just having a wee of a time, not thinking about boys,
That was so
really
British of
like
you.
anything very. I don't know. I was like, I'm 2
You're
weeks
having your hot
before
boy
that.
summer.
We were talking about. I was like, we're going to the gym. We are not thinking about boys.
Yeah.
I've got a job that I like. School isn't starting for another like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Let's party, you know?
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks later, here's this one.
Yeah.
Throwing
who
a
comes
wrench in my
walking
plans.
Yes.
Rude.
Yes. I'm having a hot boy summer.
Yeah.
And here you come.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're kind of playing the oblivious card, but you're like, he'll find me.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm going to find him.
yeah.
Okay. So you find DW.
So I find DW.
Okay.
So at this point in my life, I'm a 2-pack a day smoker. Okay. And this guy is like this buff, like tall,
I
24-year-old
would never
blonde.
date a guy who smokes.
Right.
Yep.
So this is what I did. I went out to my car, had a cigarette. I'm like, he's not gonna date a smoker.
Yep,
I
you said
literally
goodbye.
smoked my last cigarette. I'm like, this is the guy I'm gonna marry. I just know it. And so I smoked my last cigarette, put them away, and then I messaged him.
Ooh. Okay. That gives me goosebumps. Okay. You found him.
Hasn't had one since.
Smoked your last. Yeah.
I literally just I messaged him.
Call me Nicorette.
Okay. So you get a message from the cute boy who doubled back, and you're like, you're screwing up my hot boy summer, or are you like, I knew?
No, at this point, we're actually walking. It's July 4th. So
Okay.
my friend and I had gone down to whatever bridge to watch the
Yeah.
fireworks, the St. Cloud fireworks, and we're walking back and just like chit-chatting about stuff. And just as I'm walking up the steps to my house, brink, I get a message on my phone, and I was like, Charlotte, remember
What
that
do I
guy
do
that we
here?
were just talking about? He just messaged me on
Uh-huh.
Facebook. He found me. And then I immediately looked at his friends list because not sure. I mean, I'm sure you're familiar with the gay community, but it is a very incestuous
Yes.
little thing. And I was
Yes.
like, I know everybody here. If I, haven't been on a date with them, I know everybody else that they've been on dates with. Like,
Yep.
I'm good for now.
Yep.
Like, I'm okay. We had one mutual friend, Eeyore.
Eeyore.
So
Yep.
I was like, all right, I'll chit chat.
Okay.
We can talk.
Had you also dated Eeyore?
No.
Okay.
He was my first relationship.
Oh,
ever.
okay. Okay. So do you want, and no is also an appropriate answer. Do you want to talk about that kind of like this was your first relationship? Do you want to talk about like the coming out and all of that kind of stuff? Like, okay.
Okay.
So had you, like, he was your first relationship by just like, there's literally nobody that I want to be like intimately involved with, like on a romantic level, or just,
Yeah, I think it was down to geographical
sure.
limitations for the most part. A lot of the people that I was either interested in or were interested in me were from the cities, and
Okay.
schedules just never really lined
So
up
it
or
was
anything
just-
like
yeah,
that. So
we're
I was
just having
busy
fun
with,
and-
yeah. Yep. I was not really, I had kind of not really tied myself down. I bought my first house when I was 19, so
Ooh,
I was
okay.
like
That's hot.
trying to figure out all that kind of stuff as well, and go to college and figure out how to be a grown up and all that kind of stuff at the same time. So I was like not necessarily focusing on that aspect 100%, and I
Yeah.
was still in the process of figuring out my relationship with food and working out and all that kind of stuff, because I was I was morbidly obese when I was
Okay.
when I was a kid. So I, in between high school and college, I lost about 120 pounds.
Wow.
And have kept it off, but it was still like, that's not something that really leaves you either
Right.
necessarily. So that is again, in the gay community, if you don't have a six pack, you're not desirable, that
Oh.
kind of thing. A lot of times it's
Sure.
it's better now for sure.
Okay.
But at that point, whether it was self-imposed or externally imposed, that was something that was also a limitation for a young gay person in
Sure.
basically rural Minnesota, because St. Cloud is a lot of people, but
Yes.
they're basically rural.
Very
Yeah.
small community.
Yep.
So then we can also touch on like, what is the age gap between the two of you?
15 years.
Okay. So then your experience as a gay man and your experience as a gay man are two very different things. So for like a lot of similarities, but also a lot of differences. So like for you, for instance, you had just come out of a 12-year relationship.
Yep.
And so 12 years previous would have been two very different humans
Yep.
in development and everything.
Yeah.
So what kind of like, what's your experience like as just you individually?
So for me, I came from like I had a very religious mother and came from a religion like it was Lutheran, but like the kind that says you're going to go to hell when you're gay.
Of course.
And it was drilled into my brain. So I didn't date anybody. I never dated women, but I didn't date anybody until I was 28. And that's when I
Okay.
met my ex.
Sure.
And then I had my 12-year relationship. So
Yes.
I didn't have sex with anybody. I didn't do anything, so I was that repressed, like,
Yeah.
afraid I'm going to go to hell. And
course.
I grew up, of course, in the 80s when the HIV was going, and so I was like, I grew up in the generation that was afraid of like getting HIV.
Yes.
So you had all that fear, and then you had the internalized homophobia, everything else. So so I was like I would consider myself a late bloomer, I guess.
Yeah.
I knew I was gay, but I was afraid to act on it. And so
Right.
I just didn't ever do anything till I was like late 20s. So
Yeah.
and then I had my relationship, and then so and it was great, and then we grew apart, and so it's a
And
little bit
how
different than
long-
his.
How long had you been out of your 12-year relationship before you were scamming on the hot bartender?
So we broke up, I think, in January of 2013,
Okay.
and then we got together in July. So
What was your plan?
I was gonna be single for 2 years.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I'm
That
a serial
single
monogamous.
tastes a little different when you're
know.
scamming on Facebook trying
I
to find the
know,
cute
I know.
bartender. But, you know.
It doesn't, it's your best laid plans.
Well,
you know?
exactly. It's that, as we talked about, the invisible string theory of that, like, you see someone and you're like, that's the one.
Yep.
And it's almost like the second that you make a plan to not have a plan is when it's like, God damn it. I was going to have hot boy summer. I was going to be 2 years single. And then here we are. So now we are, how long have you guys been married?
It'll be 10 years in December.
10 years in December.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay. So 10 years ago would have put you, so you dated for about a year, or
Year and a half.
Just
yeah,
over a year and a half. Yeah.
Okay. So he messages you
Yeah.
and you're like, okay, look at, this is my phone.
Yeah.
This is my millennial phone.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
There you go. That's better. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's better.
Look at my phone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
How about we just eliminate hand
That's
gestures?
fine. Yeah, please. Yeah. I'll ruin everything.
Look at my phone.
Yeah.
Cute guy. He found me. He did due diligence, messaged me. And then your first message was it like, hey?
Hey, remember me from the bar the other night?
Okay.
Pretty much.
So you did do the hitting on the bartender thing. You didn't do it in person, but you did it
I'm
post.
pretty sure I wrote, I wanted to ask you out, but I know it's lame to like hit on or ask the bartender out. I'm pretty sure that. I mean, we still have those messages are probably still there because
Of course, because
we didn't
Facebook
delete them. Yeah, they're-
Facebook locks it in forever.
Yeah.
Well, for you,
I would still have them. Yeah,
mine are gone.
yeah. He got rid of it, but
Sure. Okay. Off the apps.
but it's still there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get this message and you're like, oh my God. And then do you wait or do you respond right away?
No, it's got to be like what, 10:30, 11 o'clock at night when you message
11:15
me
or so.
Yeah. Oh, or so 11:15,
Yeah.
11:16.
No big deal.
11:17, 30 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I was like, oh yeah, yep, I remember you, and then we chatted until like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Just like back and forth.
Wow.
Yeah.
After watching the fireworks and everything? Wow.
I mean, I was
Okay.
24 at the time, so
Yeah,
I'm
well,
in this energy, you know,
yeah.
please.
Okay, my millennial is showing.
There you go.
I-
Yeah. 9 o'clock.
5 in the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so, all right.
And yeah.
Chatted all night. And then how long into this, like, firing messages back and forth and everything? Everybody's all Twitter-pated.
Yep.
Okay.
I asked him out
Okay.
for the following Monday.
Okay. Gave it a little bit of time to cool off.
Yes.
Okay.
Backstory that he didn't know. I was kind of dating a guy.
A couple of guys, it
I
sounds
know,
like.
I know.
You are.
And we had plans for him to come down for the weekend, and I'm just terrible at breaking people's hearts.
Yeah,
So
same.
I made our date for Monday. And yeah,
And did you make the breakup date for Sunday or Tuesday?
pretty much. Yeah, I'm pretty much the guy still came down, but I like did nothing. I was like,
yeah.
it's not going to work out long distance. You know, I'm terrible at conflict.
I know.
Conflict is
You're like, can
hard.
you sit on that couch? I'll sit over here. Let's put on Planet Earth. We'll watch
Yeah,
March of the
pretty much what's
Penguins.
that's pretty much how it
the
went.
sexy
That's
thing
pretty much
we can
how it
ever
went.
watch,
I'm like,
yeah.
totally
Yeah.
mad about that
Yeah.
now, but
Oh.
should have probably just. But I, you know me, I've grown a lot. A lot more direct now.
It takes
Doesn't believe
our
me.
other the person, you know, he's learned a lot from you on how to be more assertive, assuredly.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But he did say, by the way, I'm bartending on Friday night. If you want to stop by
Oh, drooling immediately.
Yeah.
Of course I'll stop
before
by.
our Monday date.
Yes. Okay.
Just in case you were interested in schedules. I mean, I don't know.
How quickly did you get in your car and drive to St. Cloud?
I mean, I was there right after work on Friday night, belly up to the bar, like just like like
Yeah.
looking at him like with love in my eyes.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
So then, with you dropped the L bomb. Who dropped the L bomb first? Of
Well,
course.
yeah, obviously.
And at what point? When did you? Was it like a big buildup? Was it like?
It was probably like
Listen,
it was weeks later.
You're like, I'm sorry. What did you just say?
I
to
mean,
me?
I would
love
have
you.
probably said
Can I
it
get the
like
tap?
within like a couple days, but I held it in for weeks.
Wow.
2. There's only a reason why there's
It's
an
only
S on the
plural,
end of it.
yeah.
We have to back up though to
It's more than one.
Friday night though,
Okay.
because there is a story for Friday night.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm at the bar.
Uh-huh.
We're hanging out. Mm-hmm. And do you remember we were at the bar? We go outside, We're sitting on the little planter out there.
Mm-hmm.
We have our first kiss.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then we go inside and we're like, the people are like, oh, are you guys official now? And we're like, yeah.
You both were like, yeah?
Yeah. And then
Oh, wow.
Eeyore shows up
Oh, no.
and he hears we're official.
Oh,
And this is like
less
2
than
days.
24 hours.
Yeah, right. It's like, yeah, after I told him that I'm not dating for 6 months.
Yeah.
It always happens
Somebody's
that
like,
way.
you owe me an apology. And I was like, I don't, what? Who?
Yeah.
Wait, Eeyore said that to you?
Mhm. And then to him.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
both owe him an
Yeah.
apology.
I don't remember that part, but
We're
anyway,
love
yeah.
drunk,
So
yeah.
that was so we were official before our first date.
Yes. Okay. Okay. And you got busted immediately by
Got
all the
busted.
broken hearts.
Oh my
Yep.
God.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Just a trail of broken hearts. Biology. Yeah.
I am gonna have to double smudge this place.
You
'cause
absolutely are. Yeah.
Yeah.
You absolutely are.
Okay, so you after many long awaited weeks,
Yep.
you finally dropped the L bomb.
Yep.
Okay. Did you have a whole speech, or was it just like, oh hey, love you, bitch, and then you just like finger guns and walked out the door, or was it?
No, basically, he knew I wanted to say it, and I'm
Yes.
like,
I'm being
like,
coy.
I just want.
Do you remember the
I was-
first time?
Yeah, I was out on the pontoon.
Yeah. Okay.
I was
little
also
drunk.
I was drunk, and
Oh.
then I also felt like I wasn't getting enough attention, so I walked out while he was in the cabin. All our friends were in there, and
It was a bachelor party.
It was a bachelor
of
party
people that I had no idea who
and
they
then
were.
I watched him look for me because the whole cabin was lit up, and I watched him go back and forth in the windows, and I'm like, oh, he's looking for me, and it was a real like juvenile attention-seeking thing.
Of course.
So much has changed.
But it was nice that he looked for me.
Yes. Yeah.
we
absolutely.
want to feel wanted.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because of all the energy that you put into like locking in DW,
I know.
who didn't want to be found.
There was a lot of work.
Yes, you found him, and now you're like, yeah, you can look for me a little bit. Yeah,
You turned over the rock that I was hiding under, and
yeah.
then I had to do some work as well. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we are in what? Let's see. This so still summer.
Yeah.
Still okay. Still a couple weeks have gone by,
Not
so we're
even
still
out
in
of the
July.
month,
Yeah,
still.
Yep.
not even out of
Not
July.
even August yet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, and so you live in St. Michael.
Oh no. I
No,
live in
ma'am.
St. Cloud now.
Oh, when
Guess
did
where?
that happen?
So after our date on Monday,
Yeah.
Okay,
I started just coming to hang out at the bar
Always.
with him, you
needing
know.
a place to sleep.
And then I would just, I'd go back to his house. Because I had to work in the mornings, and he's just like, you can just go sleep at my house.
Mm-hmm.
And then after about 4 or 5 nights of sleeping at his house, he's like, if you just want to move in, you're staying here every night. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, sure.
Fine, I guess.
And so
cool.
I just
Thanks for
moved
asking.
in. So it was like a week later, right? It was within. I mean, it was like
It
probably
was a week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a week.
Yeah. The lesbians, the U-Haul lesbians, get a lot of crap, but we definitely gave them a run for their
Yeah.
money. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure,
Well, you
for
hadn't
sure.
even dropped the L bomb yet
No.
before you were living in his.
I did feel bad. I mean, he basically. I mean, you were.
I was living with friends.
Unhoused.
I owned the house my ex was living in.
Yeah.
And so
So on paper, if you look at this guy, you're like, he's buying a house for another man. He's unhoused himself, and now he's basically drooling at my doorstep every night. I'll marry him.
Yeah. I need some therapy in retrospect.
Wait, who among us?
Who among us? Yeah. Exactly. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Cast the first stone.
So
Yeah.
you finally dropped the L bomb, finally, and then you guys, you're living together.
Yep.
Okay, and then now what?
Well, I mean, we did the whole you get a puppy, like, a month after we
course.
got together, we got our puppy,
What was the name of this puppy?
Hazel.
And
Great
what-
Dane.
Great Dane.
Yep.
Oh, so Great Hazel has passed.
still-
No, she's still
Oh,
around.
Yep.
wow.
Yep. She's an old lady. She's 11 now. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow.
Or 12.
11.
11.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
You got your love puppy.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
And
She
okay.
almost broke us.
Yeah.
She almost broke us.
Because she was a little shit.
Yeah. I felt
Okay.
bad because I had a dog at the time already,
Okay.
little brown dog,
Who's still with us?
that I rescued, also still with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the name of this one?
Esme.
Esme. So Hazel and Esme.
Yeah,
Okay.
Hazel and Esme. And we have one more Great Dane also. His name is
Rufus.
Rufus.
Okay.
Yep, another rescue.
So is this where you tell us that you have an animal rescue and
Also that. Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
Also that. We have a ranch where we keep all the dogs. No, we don't.
Okay.
It's just our house with the ponies inside.
Yeah.
Esme,
Yes,
Hazel,
Esme, and I said
Rufus.
the only thing that I don't want to happen is that as it's going to be another 150-pound dog in this bed. I feel bad. Esme has slept with me for the last 3 years. I don't
And
want to
Esme is
kick
a
her
tiny brown
out.
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like 35 pounds.
Yeah.
Like but she takes up more space than a Great Dane because
Yeah.
she's a geometrical genius, I
Yep.
guess, and knows exactly what angle she needs to do in order to do
to
that.
get the most attention.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then she cried in her kennel for 3 weeks while we tried to sleep, and I had roommates at the time, and so
Everyone
we couldn't
hated you both.
put her in any other place in the house. She had to be with us in my room, and yeah,
He was mean dad.
yeah.
Okay.
I thought she would eventually like the kennel, but no. After about 3 weeks, I was like, I cannot do this anymore. Came into the bed, curled up under the covers, never made a peep after
Nope.
that. That's all she wanted.
Okay,
We tried the
okay.
sweaters. We tried the clock. We tried, I mean, everything. Nope. That was all that she wanted. And she's still the neediest dog you've ever
Okay.
seen in your entire life, still to this day. So I think she's just hardwired that way. We were never going to win that battle.
Sure. Yep.
But
Sure.
yeah, so she's a tenacious little prairie dog.
Yeah.
So Hazel takes up the tiniest amount of space on the bed that we were all worried about.
Yeah,
She actually takes up the least amount of the dogs.
she really does. Yeah.
Okay. Do all 3 dogs sleep in bed with you both?
Yes.
Do you have a California King?
We have 2 queen size beds pushed together.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we do.
They're now
okay.
on the floor though because the
No, they're
2 Great
old.
Danes are. I mean, Hazel's 11.
Yeah.
Rufus can still jump up, but Hazel's too old to jump up. So
Yes.
now we have them on the.
Oh, that's very sweet.
They're our babies.
Yes. Okay. So we just got our puppy baby
Yep.
living together. When does Rufus come into the picture?
Oh, not for a long time.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
He came like 3 years later.
Okay, so you're establishing your family,
Yes.
getting everything settled.
Yep.
Okay. So when do we introduce each other to parents?
His parents right away. I feel like.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you
That summer.
met my parents maybe around my birthday
Yeah.
that year. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fairly soon after, about a month after.
Okay.
I don't think I met your parents for quite a
don't
while.
remember when you
I
met
met
my
your
parents.
grandma
My grandma. Yeah, you met my grandma.
pretty quick.
Yeah, I remember. I honestly don't remember.
Because he was still not out to his parents.
Oh
when
yeah, I
we
was not to my
What?
parents.
together.
I was not to my parents till after Christmas that year.
It was just before Christmas.
I
'cause we
mean,
had our Christmas
After a
party.
12-year relationship?
I know. I mean, come on, they knew.
that they sent Christmas cards
We had Christmas cards together.
together.
Doesn't matter. I came out to my parents that Christmas because I'm like, I'm not going to hide a relate. I mean,
Not another
they
relationship.
knew. They didn't know. I mean,
Right.
my dad knew. He told me he knew. But my mother, in her conservative
her
Christian
pearls.
way, was like, in her mind, I was not gay.
This is
And-
just your 12-year-long roommate.
Yes,
Yeah.
and she's
And
still.
now this isn't, yeah.
Yeah.
She's a lot better with it now, but she'd still prefer not to know. But she's a lot better now, I feel like. But she literally it took her years and years and years to get over it.
Oh, she will still. I mean, there's no chance of her watching
She'll
this,
never
but she
listen to
will
this.
still, to this day, if we ever go out to eat or whatever, she's like, "Oh, I want to sit by you,so that we won't
Anonymous.
sit together at a restaurant just in case." I'm like, "Girl,
I know.
if you only."
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, we're not-
Yep, you can keep
Yep,
him.
yep.
Yeah.
I'll sit next to you. I promise. Yep.
As a person who has zero relationship with my mother, like it's kind of like,
Yep, whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever we have to tolerate to get through on to the next holiday.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Our
It was-
families just met for the first time at my grandma's funeral last month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
not necessarily by design.
Not by design,
but
but they came to my grandma's funeral. his
Well, no, I know,
parents.
but we've never really had we had a secret wedding. We didn't
Okay.
have like any together anniversary parties. Your parents never really came up to the cabin for our birthdays.
Yeah, I mean, not that we
But
would.
my
We
parents
didn't really
did,
over.
so.
Yeah, I mean, we just never.
There was the paths just never crossed.
Okay.
They never crossed.
So what's the proposal like? When did you guys get married?
So we got married
After a year and a half.
Year and a half, yeah.
So who proposed to whom?
So I proposed, but
Weird.
We talked. Well, we talked about marriage. Like he wouldn't even let me pick out a ring for him. We had to go ring shopping together, so we knew it was going to happen.
Yes. Okay.
But he still wanted me to propose.
Oh.
But
Okay.
he wouldn't let me pick out a ring. And I was never going to pick out a ring because he's very.
Did you pick out matching rings?
No.
Okay, so
well,
you
this
each-
is actually my second ring.
Okay.
He's got both. He has his first and second ring.
Okay.
So,
Why do we have the second ring?
because I
Flush it down the toilet.
just for fun.
Just for fun.
Why can't you have two rings?
Why do you have two rings?
We went on a trip and I didn't bring my wedding ring with. So when we went to New York, we went to Tiffany's and I'm like, I don't have my ring with. We should get another one. So
So
that's why I have my second ring. He got a second ring too there.
I did.
Oh shoot!
But
we have to
Bought
go shopping at
myself,
Tiffany's.
Yeah.
But yes, I mean, I tried to make the proposal a surprise. When we actually ordered the rings, he knew they were coming in, and I asked the person at the jewelry store to say that his ring came in damaged. And he was very angry about that.
Please.
You kind of half fell for it. You seemed angry.
I was. Well, no, I called you and I was like, what did you do?
Yes. Well,
Please.
yeah. So anyway, so I did propose in Munsinger Gardens.
Okay.
In December.
Oh. Okay.
It was very foggy and it was very pretty because all the Christmas lights were
Ooh.
out, and so everything was just kind of like
Yeah, magical.
glowing. Yep. And it was the ruse was that he helps his dad like print off the family Christmas letter every
Okay.
year, even despite everything.
Sure.
And so that was us going to drop off the Christmas letter that he had printed off, which we still did. That was
Sure.
still true, but on the way we stopped at Munsinger.
Yep.
And,
Yeah.
and that's
Did
where
you see it
happened.
coming?
No, actually, I don't think
Okay.
so.
Okay.
I
You're
mean, I'm
like,
sure when
yes.
we
We
walked
go to-
into the park,
we went to Munsinger is one of our favorite places.
Yeah.
We go
Okay.
there quite a bit. So
Okay.
yeah.
So then, where are you guys living now?
At Seago.
Back,
At Seago.
Yeah.
Okay.
like 2 minutes away from where he was living when we met.
Sure. Sure. Okay. So you propose in the gardens in December, and then you get. So is this the same December of the year that you guys met,
No,
or the next
year.
December?
It's the next
Okay.
December, yep.
And so then, when did you get married?
That same
A
December.
week after
Oh,
that.
wow. Okay. Where at? Just right at
Munsinger
In
Gardens.
Munsinger
Okay.
Yeah.
Which they don't have a lot of people getting married there in December.
Yes.
No, and
We-
technically you're supposed to have a
Yeah, we like to
permit.
say we illegally got legally married in Munsinger Gardens.
'Cause that was the first
Yeah.
year that it was like legal across the country
Yes.
Oh.
for same-sex marriage.
And
So
but
Okay.
we didn't get the permit 'cause we're like nobody's coming in December to
No.
like watch it. They're not going to come arrest us
No.
on December 27th, right after
Yeah.
Christmas.
And this would have been so if it was legal, it would have been legal that January.
It was 2014.
2014.
Yeah.
So
Already-
yeah, the
well, it had
election would have
passed in
happened.
Oh
in
yeah, it was
December.
in 20.
Yes.
It was at 2013. It was
Yeah.
passed. Yeah.
Yeah. It was passed
Or
in
20
2013.
2012 though.
I don't remember.
Wow.
Whenever Vote No was
Right.
happening here.
It was
I
just
guess
yeah,
it's all a
It
fog.
was right after. Or not,
love
it was soon
fog.
after. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We're not historians. We don't.
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So you get legally married in the gardens.
Yes.
Okay. In secret. Did you have any witnesses?
Yeah, we had our close friends there.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
And no family.
Yeah, he.
Just my
So
cousin.
I'd come out to my parents that right before then, and it
Okay.
didn't go well. And so he wanted to invite his family, and I should have let him invite his family, but I'm like, well, I can't invite my family, and it's like I felt, and I don't know, my logic wasn't there. It was really upsetting when my mother was really rude and mean to me about it, and so I wasn't like in a place where I wanted any family there.
You did the best you could
Right,
at the
but
time.
Right at that time, I'm like, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't know why I had to like tell him it didn't seem right that his family was there, mine wasn't there, because it didn't make any sense. But in my head, it made sense at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel bad that his family wasn't there now.
Yeah.
So if they ever listen to this, I feel really bad about it.
Would you do a renewing of vows or anything?
Probably do an anniversary party.
Anniversary party, yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
vow renewals are for relationships that are in trouble. So, sorry if you've done a vow renewal. If there's one on the books,
I'm gonna
I
get his name
apologize.
tattooed before
Yeah.
the vow renewal.
Yes.
On my
Yes.
finger, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, well,
I mean, well, anyway.
Well, you
Yeah.
know, it's to each their own.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Anniversary party.
Yeah.
And then okay. And so now we are in December, you get married the next weekend, and you're just when did you move to Otsego?
I think it was that
We moved to Maple Grove first.
Okay.
Did we?
Yes, we did. We moved from St. Cloud to Maple Grove, Crest Drive. And then from Crest Drive, we moved to Peony Lane.
Well, we got married and then we moved to Maple Grove that following year.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we moved to Maple Grove.
From
St. Cloud.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then moved down.
Yep.
And then, okay.
Yep.
Okay. And
And
then,
we've moved, what?
Every 2 years.
whoa. Okay. Yeah,
We're in real estate. We're both in real estate. So we love to move.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
This is kids in a
well,
candy
yeah, you
store.
love new scenery.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And so now we're 10 years in, you said?
10 years this December, yeah.
Yeah, 10 years
So it's
in.
coming up.
Yeah. Now's the time to start planning an anniversary.
I know we
party.
keep talking
we're
about it, and yeah, we haven't done
It's
it yet.
like November
I know.
soon.
Crap.
And I
Basically.
don't know how that's even a
Basically. It's
possibility.
basically next spring at this point. Yeah. Okay.
We should just do it.
We know where we're getting our flowers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
We've got that unlocked for sure. One thing to tick off the list.
Yes.
Yeah.
So was that difficult for the family to meet for the first time at a funeral?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh.
No. Mm-mm.
It's almost kind of like everybody's somber anyway, so go ahead and be somber.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I think
My dad really appreciated it.
yeah.
My dad's really awesome, and like
Yeah.
his
I don't-
family is really awesome.
I don't think my family felt any kind of way about
No,
it,
they didn't.
really. Not that I know of. Anyway.
Right.
Not that
right.
they would ever say
And-
anything to
right.
my face. 'Cause
They're
that's
keeping
not
it
the
to
way
themselves
that
if
it
they are.
goes. I'll hear from my sisters if there was anything said. My
Yeah.
sisters will tell me if my parents felt a kind of way, but
Yeah.
I haven't heard, so I
Yeah.
kind of doubt it. I would have heard by now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before we sign off here and you guys leave the
Yeah,
former
sorry.
biology,
Yeah.
what would you oh god, I'm just kicking stuff. What would you say is your like what do you appreciate about what the other person brings to the relationship?
I would probably be a little bit of a hermit if it weren't for Derek. He is the
Okay.
social butterfly.
Okay.
This place actually taught me a lot about how to be a little bit more social and how to interact with people a little bit more, and he has continued that. But I do enjoy being social. But if it weren't for him being kind of the driving force behind that, I would be with my dogs at home under the covers a lot
Yeah.
more than I am.
Cuddled up on your double
Yeah.
queen bed.
Probably would not be here.
Right, right.
To be quite honest, if it, he's
Yeah.
the one that drives 99% of our social interactions.
Yep.
Oh, balance.
Yeah.
He's telling me a lot about like being good about like putting up boundaries with people that don't treat you well. Like he's big into that, and you know, I was more go with the flow, and sometimes oh, that's okay, let that behavior slip, and
yeah.
I think maybe it's part of getting older too, but like listening to him talk about it and we talk things through, it's like, oh yeah, that's so I'm a lot better about that now, like, and I just cutting out the people that don't bring value to your life, or at least matching their energy, and like just learn. I don't know. He's been good about that, and I've learned a lot about how to interact with people from him.
There,
Got your people.
yes,
Yeah.
and it's easy when you for whatever the trauma or whatever anything, as a recovering people pleaser myself, it's very easy to just slide into just like it's fine, and you are constantly justifying for the other person's behavior, and you need to have a person who comes in and is like, listen, stop. That's
subverting
abusive.
your
Yes.
stuff to deal with these other people.
Yes,
Yeah. Mhm.
exactly. Because what does it do? It just creates anxiety and anger and,
Yep.
whatever sadness in you for this other person who's abusive. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Cheers to that. Cheers to boundaries, and cheers to being social.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I think that's a good note to end on. That
Yeah.
kind of describes everything very well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boundaries and being social.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Mhm.
Well, thank you guys for being on the
Thank
podcast.
you for
It's
having
lovely
us.
to have people who met here, because Abby and I were talking about it before, just like in passing, the number of people that it still is a place, different shell, different interior, different whatever, but it's still a place that people come in and they kind of bump into each other and form relationships for whatever that looks like. So
Maybe in 10 years you'll have somebody that met
At Green
buying
Thumb?
plants.
Yeah.
You never know.
their
Like,
hands
remember when you
brushed and
bought-
they looked.
They fought over the Venus flytraps over
There
there.
you go.
No,
There
that's
you
mine.
go.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for being
Yeah,
here. It
thanks
was
for having
lovely
us on.
chatting with you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for listening to the Love Story Podcast. you can subscribe to the show, and you can follow us at the Love Story Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.